dignified mourning for a death that was anything but. The father of Muat al-Kasasbeh embracing both tradition and friendship in a ceremony his family hoped might not come. Hundreds came to this small mountain village in a show of community strength. Jordan's armed forces present, offering security and condolences all at once. The pilot's brother, surrounded by his tribe, but mute with grief.
My feeling is that of every father. I am mourning my own son. The whole world, the Arab world, the Jordanian society is mourning with me. What they did is more than criminal. It's never been seen before in history. Even animals couldn't do this. They are wild beasts. They have no connection to Islam. They are not human beings, let alone Muslims. I think the reaction of Jordan will be very strong.
From the moment Muat al-Kasasbeh was captured, many here feared this outcome. But as people gather to pay their respects to the family here, there is still a sense of disbelief at the sheer barbarity of how he was killed. The Kasasbeh family and the tribes last week voiced their reservations about Jordan's role in the coalition against IS. But for now, those concerns have been replaced with support for the fight.
The people in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan are horrified by this barbaric act, by those ISIS. They are really barbarians. Wild animals don't do this.
Jordan's first response came at dawn, with the hanging of 2 al-Qaeda militants who'd been held in prison. One was Sajida al-Rashawi, the would-be suicide bomber who Islamic State had demanded be released last week in exchange for Japanese hostage Kenji Goto. Unconfirmed reports suggest there may be more such executions of jihadi convicts in the coming days. Jordanian officials have said the executions that took place here are just the start of their response. A tough message which they hope will begin to sate the appetite for revenge. After cutting short a visit to the US, Jordan's king returned to Amman. He was received with patriotic enthusiasm. "We are all Muat," these men shout. Hundreds more lined the streets to mark the king's arrival, anticipating a tough stand, one that has already been mooted by officials, including the former foreign minister.
I think everyone in Egypt or any place in the Arab world, they are ready now to start this jihad against ISIS. We have now African troops against Boko Haram in Nigeria, so why not? We don't have, an Arab troops also to fight ISIS.
Last night, the king met with President Obama in the Oval Office, no doubt discussing the Jordanian monarch's desire to see a stronger lead taken by Arab states in the coalition against Islamic State. In the village of Ai, they were already preparing permanent tributes to the murdered pilot. They tell us this hall is to be renamed and dedicated to the martyr Muat. But there is an expectation here too, that the death of one of their own will not go unanswered. Tom Rayner, Sky News in the Karak Mountains.